Hi, welcome to Promo Insiders, an ASI Media podcast covering the topics that matter most to the promotional products industry. I'm Sarah Lewandowski, Executive Director of Client Education and Content, and today we have a full house. So with me are Executive Editor Teresa Hagel and our summer editorial interns Hannah Rosenberger and Finn Hogan for their first ever Promo Insiders Taste Test. So we'll be discussing recent promo we've seen, favorite activities as the summer soon turns to fall, sales tips for Q3, and of course, we will be taste testing our food finds. So thank you everybody for being here. We really appreciate it.
So exciting.
It's very fun. So wanted to go around the horn first and ask everybody about fun promo events you've seen. So Hannah, you've been to a few things recently. Have you seen any fun promo kind of on the streets?
This one is not from an event I was at, but my dad was at a golf tournament with his company a week or two ago, and he came home with a branded back scratcher, which I thought was intriguing. The rest of the stuff in kind of the promo bag were your standard like koozies, pens, all that good stuff. But then he pulled out the back scratcher, and that was a conversation starter at dinner for sure.
I love that. That's a very like dad item. Like I think my dad has one too.
100%. 100%.
Right?
Dads have very itchy backs, I guess.
like multiple and like different like features on them. I'm like, wow, Dad. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. Well, thanks, Hannah. And Finn, have you seen anything on the streets recently?
I've been to a bunch of events over the last couple of weeks, and there's been so many different promo products. But last week I was actually in Philly on July 5th, so I didn't get all the July 4th crowds, but I got all the cool America stuff. While I was there, and we went to the Betsy Ross house. We went to the Liberty Bell, saw all the classic stuff. But this really cool thing we went was the first printing press. So this was like Benjamin Franklin's first like setup, and this is like where his house was. And they had like the old timey printing press going, and like they were actually printing stuff on the sheets of paper and like making like the Constitution and like different like kind of classic letters like that, and then selling them with the with the logo and everything on there. And the kids were going wild for it. It was cool to kind of like see them make the product in front of them and then be like, oh mommy, I want that one. And it's like, oh, $10. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. I've lived here my whole life. Never seen that.
Really
but it's so true that like the things where people can watch you do it, people love that. Even if it's like not a historical thing, people love the, like leather embossing or something in person, or getting a t-shirt and getting to pick what goes on it. It's very, it's a great thing for promo.
Definitely.
Yes, the experiences. Yeah. Teresa, how about you? What have you seen?
Well, I haven't really been going too many places, but before school ended, I was a chaperone for a couple of field trips to amusement parks. So, of course, no trip is complete without going to the gift shop before the end. And of course, they always wait till the last minute when we're all trying to get on the bus. And it's like, okay, you got to pick something quick. We don't have time for this. But there's so many things to pick, and they can't make up their mind. But when we went to Knoebels, which is a little amusement park it's a very cool little place. Like it's free to get in, but if you want to go on the rides, you have to buy, I think, like a wristband. So we were there all day, and then my daughter and her friends were at the gift shop, and they decided they all wanted these gigantic hoodies, like adult extra large hoodies. And they're sixth graders, or they were sixth graders at the time. So they go all the way down to their knees, but that's what they want. And they all wore those Knoebels matching hoodies to school the next day. And it's a thing, and they wear them all the time. So giant oversized hoodies are still super popular, and surprisingly, they were not that expensive. I was expecting that this hoodie was going to be like $50 or $60, but it was like $30. Which I thought was pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Hoodies are where it's at.
Wow. So extra large hoodies on
tiny little, yeah.
Wow.
And it's not, I mean, they all like the bigger the better. Like
wow.
It's not just like adult, medium. No, it's like extra, even extra large, whatever they can get. The biggest they can get.
Wild. Okay, well, thanks, Teresa. So, Teresa, I wanted to circle back to you. Your favorite time of this year. So, as we know, it was just 4th of July. So now, it's going to speed up, and before you know, it's going to be school time again. But what is your kind of favorite part of the second half of summer as we head into like Labor Day in the fall?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's not the weather right now. It's been so hot. It's so crazy. I think for
Mm.
me, I'm actually going to be on vacation in a couple weeks, so I'm excited about that. I like the opportunity to go on, even if it's just like a little road trip or go to visit my, mother-in-law in Ohio. I just like the chance to get away and just do something different, even if it's something small.
Yeah, and like Americans are very into road trips. That's like a very American thing, and people love to grab souvenirs from their trips, right? Like I got this
Yeah,
in like a
yeah.
roadside store, like a magnet from a park or something like
And you,
that.
and my favorite thing on a road trip, this is because I've taken a bunch of road trips recently. I like to get a t-shirt from the town we're in.
Mm.
And then the next day when we're like driving somewhere else, I'll wear that t-shirt. And then,
Ah,
but then people will be like, the one a couple of years ago when I took a trip across the country, I was wearing my Knoxville shirt, and then we were in like Georgia. And someone was like, "Oh, I'm from Knoxville too." I'm like, if I were from Knoxville, would I be wearing a Knoxville shirt? That's weird. No, I'm not from Knoxville. I just went there. But
right.
like it does confuse some people apparently. But
Yeah, it
but I
signals where
like
you've
to kind
been.
of, yeah, I like to show like the progress of the trip and the shirts I wear the next day.
That's cool. I like that idea. Yeah, that's cool. Finn, what's your favorite part of this time of year?
You know, in the last 2 years, like I'm a sophomore. I'm gonna be a junior in college, and I've had to move away. I go to school in Arizona, and I'm from New Jersey. So I think this kind of like these few weeks, like before I have to leave for college, and I think I definitely tend to appreciate being in Jersey a little bit more and appreciate the East Coast.
Mm.
So I was at the beach the other week, so it was really nice to be in Asbury Park and kind of be surrounded by so much Jersey. It was awesome, and like I really learned to appreciate where I'm from a lot more,
Hmm.
kind of being away. So I guess like this part of the summer is my favorite because I really get to appreciate living in the Northeast and all its quirks and yeah.
Yeah, which is definitely a branding opportunity when you know how to capitalize on it, right?
For sure,
Because
for
we're
sure.
definitely quirky around here. And Hannah, how about you? Your favorite time of this year?
So I live at the beach now. So my favorite time of year is always kind of the end of August, beginning of September, kind of moving into the off season, just because the beach at that time is it's just so beautiful and it gets so much quieter down here. And also that's when my birthday is. So it's just kind of like all of the favorite things happening at once.
Hmm.
Better weather, a little quieter, and my birthday.
Yeah, nice. Great. So we're going to jump into our taste test, the highly anticipated taste test. Hannah, why don't we start with you? What
Oh
is
gosh.
one of the things that you brought today to try?
Okay. So our grocery store is pretty small and limited. So I was a little bit skeptical that I was going to be able to find anything that was remotely interesting. But I did find, oh, I don't know if these
Oh,
cheese
from
cheese ravioli and
Toledo's.
marinara flavored potato chips, which I thought was
Oh,
really, I feel like they're either going to be really good or really terrible. So
Oh man. Oh man. Toledo's is so good. They have the best cheese ravioli, Toledo's.
really,
Yeah, they're actually not far from me. Yeah, we get those for like we get them catered for parties. It's so good. So, but we'll see how the chips are.
I just don't know how that would translate to a chip. But
I
okay, how do I
know.
do this? Do I just like
Go for it. Is it
honestly
cheesy?
not that strong of a flavor? I was
No?
expecting something a lot more aggressively like tomato sauce. I don't know if I would do
Ah,
that, but
pretty benign.
pretty pretty benign, pretty good, honestly. Not bad at all.
Okay.
it's
Could
funny
you would you
though.
like snack on it? Would you eat them?
I feel like I
Okay.
would. I feel like some of the things that I got, I feel like I may be pawning off to my
Mm.
brothers who are vacuum cleaners after this, but I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I would eat some more of these.
Nice.
But like the tech, it's weird because the flavor of these things, you would expect part of the enjoyment is the texture of like a ravioli. I mean, which you can't really get in a chip form. So I feel like you're kind of losing something.
Oh, definitely.
Like
Yeah.
They had
it's
some
more
other
than just.
they had some other weird flavors too. My other options were pierogi or what's the other one? Stromboli, I think.
Huh?
It's very
All
I would
interesting
try.
selection for sure.
Wow. Well, thank you, Hannah. And Finn, how about you? What's your first item?
Well, so I live in Trenton, New Jersey, and right across the bridge, we have this market that sells like a bunch of like international food. So all the snacks I have today, English is not the first language on the label.
Oh,
So I don't
wow.
necessarily really know what I'm putting in my body right now. But these are Russian raspberry flavored like puffs. Thought they were pretty interesting because I've never really seen a puff that isn't like cheese flavored or something.
Wow. A fruit
I
puff.
can't read anything on the back. All I read was Moscow. So I know it's from Russia.
Wow.
They're pretty hefty
Oh, wow. They're big.
puffs too.
Mhm. Yep.
So I guess I'll-
I was expecting them to be pink.
Yeah, me too.
That's a missed opportunity.
I don't
really
know.
interesting.
Oh, really?
They're good, honestly.
Are they sweet?
They're very sweet. And like
Wow.
biting into it like I'm expecting a cheese flavor, and like
Right.
historically like I'm very anti like pirate's booty and like the cheese
Anti.
like I'm anti. I don't like them. But this, it has like the consistency and the texture and the bite, but it just tastes like a raspberry. It does taste really raspberry too. Really, really good.
Wow.
Not really good, but like, I'd probably not throw it out.
Great testimonial. Teresa, how about you? What's your first
All right.
item?
I will go with something. I have one savory thing. So I
Okay.
have goldfish, Old Bay
Ooh.
flavored goldfish. I love Old Bay. I
Me
love like
too.
That sounds
crabs
good.
and everything.
Oh,
So
such a beachy
think-
snack.
I think this would be pretty uncontroversially good, really, because you could put Old Bay on anything, and
Yeah.
it looks like a regular old goldfish with a little bit of seasoning on it. So
Got a little kick.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's good. It tastes like a
How
cheese
like
cracker with
strongly
Old Bay.
Old Bay are they?
Like it's very apparent, but it's not overpowering. I
Mhm.
wonder if like some of them maybe have more Old Bay on them than others. It's like kind of lightly seasoned.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I like
That's
it.
awesome. Cool. I can't get over all the different flavors of like your like typical, snacks and treats that we've known for so long. So this is actually it's specifically strawberry ice cream cone Hershey Kiss.
Oh no, wait.
Oh, you did?
I'm gonna try mine at the same time.
Yeah,
as
same
you.
time. Same time. I don't know if this has ever happened before with the same snack. That's so funny.
All right.
That's a good face.
Oh.
Oh, good.
It's
I
got
like-
a little crunch because it's a cone.
Yes,
Okay.
I like that. I like that touch.
Oh,
I'm pretty good.
it's really good, you guys. You got to run out and get some of these.
Sounds like a
I
winner.
was skeptical.
Me too.
Ooh, it's got a little cone in there. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That
But
was
then, I
good.
think
That was
if
a
it
win.
didn't have the cone in the middle, that crunchiness, that would have been not as good because it's like
Mm.
okay, it's just a strawberry kiss, but no, the little crunchy cone in the center makes it.
That was good. Oh, I'm glad we had that experience together, Teresa. That was so
Yeah,
fun.
right?
That was so
We
fun.
didn't plan that.
No, that's so funny. Hannah, how about you? What's your second item?
Okay, so I was a big peanut butter and jelly child. So I found these peanut butter and jelly like wafer
Ooh.
bars.
Oh,
I have
that
never
was good.
seen anything resembling. I feel like they're going to be good. I feel like
Yeah.
they're probably going to be really sweet, but
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to be good. If only for my peanut butter and jelly loving self.
I
so-
love PB&J. Oof.
Nostalgia in a wafer.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm.
That's a
pretty
nicely
good.
generously sized wafer as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Definitely
Yeah.
heavy on the peanut butter. A little
Okay.
sticky. But I'm not complaining.
Nice.
Pretty solid. Pretty
All
solid.
right.
What's snack on these?
Nice. Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. And Finn, how about you? What's your second item?
So for our second trip on our world tour, we're going to Poland, and so these are gingerbread cookies with plum filling.
Oh
guess.
boy.
I
Oh,
guess.
boy.
Again, there's no English on the packaging, so I couldn't tell you what's in it. But this is what they look like. Little kind of
Wow,
Pocky
look at
Pucks.
that.
Oh, that's cute. And it almost has like a pie kind of lattice
Yeah.
on the top.
It's good. The gingerbread's really good. It's not like a ginger snap. It's more of like a ginger puff. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. The plum's very tart, but it really
Oh.
breaks through the sweetness of the gingerbread. You know, I'm a fan. I wouldn't say
Wow.
I'm the greatest advocate. I know it's not my favorite. I mean, I really like plums. I think a plum is like a top 3 fruit for me.
Wow.
So is this going to go in the
Top 3.
trash, or are you going to eat more of these?
I think I'll eat more of them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really have that many to get through. I think I'll share them around. I mean, we're Polish, so I guess is like a little bit of a heritage thing. But yeah, you know, I like it. I'd probably give it like a solid 7, maybe
Okay.
7.3, 7.4. I'm
Okay.
gonna eat the other half too. It's like,
Great. Great. Thanks, Finn. Teresa, how about you?
All right. So I have 2 more, and this next one is the next 2 will be a theme. So I have Peeps, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
the dipped ones, so they have chocolate on the bottom. They're
Ooh.
s'mores flavor, so it's graham cracker flavored marshmallow with milk chocolate on the bottom. So it looks like a little
Oh,
cute little peep, but it's like kind of an orangey color. I love Peeps. I'm obsessed with them.
yum.
And if you guys know, like, where I live is where the Peeps factory, like the headquarters of Peeps Just Born is like half an hour away from me. So I gotta rep the Peeps. So we're gonna give it a shot.
Nice. The chocolate I like the dipped aspect of it.
Mhm.
That's cool.
It's good. It has a slight graham cracker flavor. I think on the sugar is probably flavored like graham.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how it would taste to use this as a s'more. You know what I
Ooh.
mean?
Yeah.
That's an idea.
I think
I
I
feel
might
like-
try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very efficient. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Agreed.
I lose all the, or at least I make a giant mess whenever I try to make s'mores with the pieces separated.
Yeah.
Agreed. Nice.
I'm actually anti-peep.
You're
I know.
anti-
Pirates
Of course
Booty is
you
one.
are.
I don't
You've got
like
some
them.
controversial opinions, Finn.
I
I do. Hot
know.
takes. They don't do it for me.
Oh,
I don't
they're
know
so
what it is.
good.
I love Peeps. I
Oh,
know, but
me
a lot of people
too.
hate Peeps. But I like a lot of things that people hate. Like I love black licorice. I love
Oh,
all kinds of weird things.
yeah. Yeah. I have, so I don't know about this, you guys, because I'm a really big like advocate for like traditional Kit Kats. Like just I love Kit Kats. Give me the milk chocolate. This is a pink lemonade Kit Kat.
Oh,
Ooh.
I know. I'm a
I
little
don't know
like
about
nervous.
Interesting.
Is
it
that
gonna be
pink? Is it a
sweet?
pink?
It is.
Okay, it's like a very pale pastel.
I assume
It's very
with
potent.
white chocolate.
Yeah. It's gonna be sweet or sour. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Not a ton of flavor. I would say it's would be nice. It's nice to eat as a novelty, but I wouldn't like go crazy to try to find it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I have an
Okay.
issue with white chocolate just in general, in
Yeah.
that it's not chocolate.
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, if
Hot
they
take.
called it something else, like that would be fine, but they should not call it chocolate. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah, it's
hot
got like
take.
a summer feel, but I like a traditional Kit Kat. So it's fine.
Teresa, if you're anti white chocolate, do you like the cookies and cream Hershey's bars?
Oh yeah.
Because
I
I
don't
love
really-
those.
I don't eat them too often. I wouldn't. I mean, if someone handed one to me, I would eat it, but I wouldn't buy it. That's the thing is, I really like. I have a big sweet tooth, so, and also I'm cheap. So if someone would like give me one for free, I would definitely eat it. But
you would just
I would-
grumble about it being called
I
chocolate.
would.
Yeah.
I would just be like, guys, this is not real chocolate. Come on. But that's okay.
Hannah, how many more items do you have to try?
I have 2 more. One
Oh, great.
savory and one sweet.
Great. Okay. What's your next one?
So I also took an adventure down the international aisle at the Acme.
Oh.
And this is the one I'm most afraid of. So we'll see how this goes. They're allegedly shrimp
Oh boy.
crisps.
Oh boy.
I think they're Japanese. Unclear if they are actually made out of shrimp or if they just kind of, they're like line. I don't know how well you could they have the kind of the tech, like the ridged.
Yeah.
Design. I'm a little bit scared of them, but that's okay. All right, here we go. They're interesting. They definitely kind of have that like weird like seafoody kind of like, I wouldn't say it tastes like a shrimp, but like it has that kind of like seafoody like aftertaste almost.
Like a fish flavor.
Yeah, like I don't know if I would like pinpoint it as that, like independently of me seeing that there are shrimp chips on the bag. But they definitely like kind of have that. I think these ones may be going to the vacuum cleaner of my siblings.
Finn, how about you? How many more items do you have, Finn, too?
I've got 2 more.
Okay, great.
So here we're going to Turkey with these.
Oh, wow.
They're called Etisin strawberry cookies. And they have a very creepy smiley face cookie on the label.
Do the cookies have the smiley face too, or is it just the label?
So we're about to find out.
Oh, okay.
So they come in this tube. Oh, nice, sprinkle.
Sprinkles.
That's cute. But there's no face.
Cool. No face.
Do you think you would like it more if it had the face, or are you happier with it not having the face?
I'm happier without it. You know, I feel like there'd be a little bit of an ethical dilemma if I had a face on it. So this kind of takes my heart out of it a little bit. But I had a couple choices. They had like an orange one. I think they had another plum one and strawberry. So decided to mix it up with strawberry. So here it goes.
Has it got like a jelly-ish?
It does.
Yeah.
It almost tastes like a Fig Newton.
Okay.
Like that, like consistency. I mean, it's definitely a cookie. It isn't like the Newton, I guess. But it almost tastes like a Nilla wafer too. Like if you put like jelly on a Nilla wafer.
Interesting.
I'm not really getting a lot of strawberry, but like it's definitely there. Can't taste the sprinkles at all, but yeah, it's good.
Nice.
I probably wouldn't choose it, but it's of the things I could have taken out of that aisle. It's like I'd say it's a decent option. Probably like a 6. 6.
Nice. Teresa, how about you? How many more items do you have?
Because we had the same kisses, I only have one more, so this is my last one.
Cool.
And it's another s'mores thing. It's s'mores flavored Jelly Bellies.
Oh yeah.
And it says now you don't have to wait for a campfire to enjoy the iconic flavor combination of marshmallow, chocolate, and graham crackers. No napkin required. And so they're like kind of brown speckle, like they're kind of a beige color with like brown speckles on them. So I can't really see them, but
nice.
No.
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 What does it taste like?
I don't know. It doesn't really. It tastes like a weak Yoo-hoo. Well, I don't taste graham cracker. I don't taste marshmallow. It's just like a chewy, slightly chocolate flavor. And I'm not a fan. No. No thanks. I'll take the Peeps. The Peeps are much better.
Oh man. That was funny, Teresa. So another variation on a like stalwart candy is blue raspberry lemonade Swedish fish, which Swedish fish are very specific, right? Like that is a flavor, the flavor, you either like it or you don't. I really like them. They're red. They only come in red and they have a very specific flavor to them. These are very potent, like blue raspberry.
Thank goodness.
So they're pretty big, like they're the regular size. They say Swedish on them. They are literally Swedish fish. Let me see how they are. Bite its head off. Well, I mean, they're fine. I wouldn't eat it and say expect a regular Swedish fish. If you're expecting that, it's not. So you'd be disappointed, but I think it's fine.
Did you guys ever try the Swedish fish water ice flavor at Rita's that they had?
I never did.
I
Was
thought
it
it was pretty
good?
I feel
good.
like that was pretty good. I feel like that
Yeah.
was one of the ones that they used to bring to like my middle school whenever we
Oh,
would
really?
do like Rita's whatever. I feel like it would be like Swedish fish and blue raspberry and mango would be
Yeah.
the ones that they would bring.
Classics.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. Yep. Classics. Yep. Hannah, your last one. What do you got for us?
Last one. So I've seen like chocolate covered almonds and like that kind of thing a lot before, but I've never seen like a flavor on them. So this is like lemon roasted almonds covered in yogurt and lemon cream,
Ooh.
which
Oh,
I
it's
feel
good.
like they're gonna be good.
Yeah. That sounds delicious.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Not
It's
like an overly strong lemon flavor, kind of like kind of tastes like the Girl Scout like lemonade,
Yeah.
like
Ooh.
the glaze that's on there. Like if you dialed it back like a teeny bit and like put it on
Oh.
a almond, that's what it tastes like. Really good.
Wow.
I will
Yeah.
be
Sounds
consuming the
appealing.
rest of that bag.
Nice. Great.
I have another hot take. I think the lemonades are the best Girl Scout cookie.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm a coconut one myself.
Me
Yeah,
too.
the
Chocolate
caramel
ones.
delight's my favorite.
Yeah.
Can't go
Yeah.
wrong. Can't go wrong.
But the lemons are good too. I like
They are
those
good.
ones.
They're really good. I feel like
Yeah.
they're the most underrated.
Yeah.
They're the stealth win.
Mhm.
I mean, really, I'll eat any Girl Scout cookie, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm not that picky.
Yeah. Same.
Even the bad
Fit-
ones, but like, yeah, I'll take that. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, if you're putting Girl Scout cookies in front of me, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna say no. Finn, how about you? Your last one.
So for the last snack, I'm going to be washing it down with 1.5 liters of guava juice. So if I don't like
Are you
this,
gonna be chugging it or?
I mean, like, unless you want me to. But this one is from Dubai, and I just broke the
Oh.
label, so I guess I have to drink all of it now.
Did you have to shake it first, or you can't really read what the instructions are?
I can't read the instructions, and I hope you didn't have to shake it first. So I think it has a very interesting,
Look at
like,
that.
I like the twisty bottle
orangey-
shape.
yeah,
That is
it's
cool.
not translucent. Has an interesting hue. It's a very potent smell. I mean, I guess it smells like guava. I haven't really smelled that before, but there it goes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Thick. It's tart. Thick and tart.
Oh, just
Oh,
what you
boy.
want out of a drink. Very refreshing.
It almost tastes like it has like a milk consistency.
Hmm.
That sounds
It's
really
wow.
It's
not
like
good.
juice. It's
Maybe,
Oh, man.
maybe with ice and like mixed with
Oh man.
something alcoholic. Maybe that would make it better. Not that
Maybe.
I'm advocating that because I know you're only a sophomore.
That's
so-
true.
No,
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget it.
it may
Wow.
need something to thin it out a little bit for sure.
Wow.
It feels like a concentrate almost.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Do you think
Well, for all
it is
you
a
know, that's what it
concentrate and you
is.
can't read it?
Yeah, maybe. Good
Real
point.
possibility. Very real
That's
possibility.
a great point, Hannah.
Although usually concentrate things are in a smaller
True.
thing.
That is
Although
a
maybe
little
this is just
bulk.
easy to buying it in bulk.
Yeah.
it does say with pulp, so maybe it's just because
Oh.
it's pulpy.
Do you think it would be better if it was like in the had it been in the fridge? Was this
It
cold?
was in the fridge.
Okay.
But my house has no AC. I don't know if you could tell why I'm sweating. So it went from cool to a little lukewarm. So lukewarm fruit milk is not.
Lukewarm fruit milk. Oh my god.
Wow.
And now I have 50 ounces to clear, and I broke the cap. So
Can't
Let's
take
go
it
down
back
to that.
now.
Oh man. Well, Thank you, everybody, for the taste testing. So let's go around one more time and offer some sales tips for our distributors for this time of year. So Hannah, what would you say, as especially as a recent college grad, and we're heading back to school, what would you say are like some sales tips for distributors in Q3 as we head into the last quarter of the year?
Yeah, I don't know how early people start thinking about back to school, but if that window's kind of already come and gone, something I would be thinking about is kind of like family weekends at colleges and universities, because I know those are usually more like anywhere from end of September to beginning of November. So kind of that end of year window right before we get into kind of the holiday season. And I know when the parents are around, they are buying their children merchandise. So whether that's like giveaways to kind of entice people to get some of that official branded merch, or kind of bookstores running whatever sales they deem best, I would say that that's kind of an area for as we're thinking about back to school.
Great point. Yep. Finn, how about you?
I've done a lot of merch watching the last week just because of like how many places I've been to. And I remember scouring the Asbury Park boardwalk, and I went to a Trenton Thunder game the other day too, and I went to their merch section, and all I wanted was a gray T-shirt that said Trenton Thunder on it, and they had none. There was no like simple design that just had like a logo on it, just plain text. And in my fashion endeavors, those are the easiest kind of items to style, just like a simple like vintage, like kind of just like varsity look. And I feel like that kind of look can be applied to anything from like schools to teams to places. Like if I had like if there was like an Asbury Park like EST whatever, like I would have bought it. I would have spent like upwards of $20 on it, but I couldn't find one gray cotton T-shirt that said Asbury Park on it. So I would say
everything like tie-dyed and like crazy. Like, what were the options?
They all had like like the skulls on it and like the millennial like designs, cool, like and they were nice for sure. But like it's just not really my style, and like they didn't have like the thick cotton that I was looking forward to. It all had that like kind of the mix with the polyester, which is a little bit of a lighter look. And personally, I just like a nice cotton T-shirt that says Arizona State on it. Like it's just kind of what I like. So like my word of advice, I guess, would don't overthink it. Always have a simple option for people who just kind of want a T-shirt to wear.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean that heavyweight cotton is so popular right now. I just saw an article, I think in like the Washington Post, about that show The Bear. If anyone watches that, but they were like talking about the chef in his white T-shirts and how it's these very specific, like very thick white cotton T-shirts, and it's just that's like the style. For a while, like everybody wanted those like tri-blends that were like soft and flowy, but it seems like it's swung back to like a nice thick, like heavy duty kind of cotton look.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're saying about kind of the more minimalist decoration too, like a 1 or 2 color screen print.
Yeah, because it feels like it kind of goes against a lot of the advice that people have been given over the last few years, in that like you should be diversifying with a bunch of different like looks and different like don't just do like the boring old one color logo. You should do variations of it, or do something in tie-dye or something, in like just making it totally different. But that's not necessarily what people want. There's classics are a classic for a reason.
Yep.
So you should. I don't. Which I also don't think you shouldn't get rid of like the options, because there are still people that are gonna want that. But you shouldn't do. Right. You shouldn't have the options at the expense of that classic simple look.
Yeah, I agree. Teresa, how about you? What are your sales tips for this time of year?
So if my sales tips are, of course, like looking ahead, make sure that you're getting ready for that gift giving season. And I think that comfort is still huge for people. I think that, we thought we were going to be getting away from because during the pandemic, everything was like everyone would be so cozy and comfortable, but I don't think that's really gone away. So I think just from seeing like what, like I was talking about my daughter with the giant hoodies, yep. I think I saw those giant, like, have you seen this? They're like blanket hoodies that like go like on grown people, they go down to their knees, and they're like made of like fuzzy like blanket material. They're huge. They're like as seen on TV, kind of like Snuggie, like the evolved Snuggie. It's like the new version of Snuggie, but it's just like a gigantic hoodie that is like weighted and wrapping yourself in a blanket. I think like comfort things like that. Even like interesting, like, well, Hannah, which you guys are gonna see soon, is she just did like a story on like fidget toys, and that's making a comeback. People want things that are gonna like occupy their, help them with their anxiety and make them feel better and make them feel comforted and cozy. And so I think leaning into that, or even if it's like scented candles or any kind of thing that's gonna make people feel comfortable, cozy, and just kind of appreciated. I think those are the kinds of things you can focus on. And they don't have to be expensive necessarily. They just have to be thoughtful and kind of evoking that mood, that vibe of comfort.
Yeah, I think you're right, Teresa. It's interesting because I think we thought that kind of like after COVID, we would go back to like, more like public facing items or like, and we are like, I think we're seeing, like even like the Stanley craze, that's a lifestyle item that you show off, you want people to see it, right? But I think you're exactly right. Like we're still seeing a lot of like self-care and comfort items stay really popular, even as, COVID has dissipated. And also like, we thought like, oh, well, kidding got so big during COVID because everybody was at home. So everything had, if you were giving people stuff, it had to be shipped to their houses. And now it's like we still have though our workforce is hybrid. A lot of people are still working at home or they work a split week. So they're still kidding and they're still getting stuff sent to their houses that can be used at home or while they're working at home. So yeah, those trends have not changed. Um, I would definitely say, like to Hannah, to your point, like back to school, like that's coming up. Those orders really should be finalized by now. But if there are events that are happening like into September, into October, like homecoming and things like that, family weekends, that's an additional opportunity. And I would definitely say, like, Teresa, to your point, like looking forward to Q4, those orders have to get in like pretty soon because we're seeing a lot of shipping delays and disruption and costs are going up. So definitely locking in those fourth quarter orders and trying to get your buyers to think holiday now in July. It can be a hard sell and there may be some buyer reluctance because they're not sure and the costs are high and inflation's high. But if they're very serious about using those budgets before they lose them at the end of the year, definitely get those orders in like now in the next few weeks so that you can get your end buyer what they want and they're not disappointed. So I would say definitely looking ahead to Q4 is very important right now. So that is all, folks. Thank you so much to the three of you for joining us. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week. And thanks for listening. Have a great one. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.